again. Okay, so we were discussing about DML, embedded DML. Next is view definition. See, view definition means if we wanted to define the views means virtual table. So for that also the facility or the commands are given in SQL. Then next we are having is authorization part. Fine. See, actually this is very important. We are not going to discuss practically, but you must know that in a table we can specify rights for a particular table, for a particular person, or for a particular employee. Not only the table as well as for the views. Like how many employees can only, or how many persons can only see the table, means only uh, display the part, or how many of them can only what to say, can only insert in that, how many of them can delete. Okay, one request has come to clear the first 3 points again, so I'll start with this again. See, we were discussing about processing capabilities of SQL, that what are the various features or what type of commands are given in SQL. So the very first thing we have discussed was data definition language, means all the commands which are related to defining your data, or basically defining your table or your database. Whatever commands are there, that comes under data definition language. When we will do this practically, then you will come to know. But right now what you have to keep in your mind, suppose you wanted to define your table, you wanted to delete anything from the table. Anything from the table means from the schema or the structure of the table part. Okay, not the data part, only the structure of the data part. You wanted to create an index, or you wanted to modify the relation, means schema means relation, you wanted to change the structure part of the table. So whatever commands we are going to use for that comes under your data definition language. Then we have data manipulation language. Now see, now we are talking about the data part of a table. Okay, means all your records part, all your data part. So if you wanted to do any change in that, okay, if you wanted to insert new record, you wanted to delete any existing record, you wanted to modify, so for that whatever commands we are having in SQL comes under your DML. Then we have embedded DML languages. Okay, we can use in other language, in other programming language, we can use SQL, we can embed SQL part. Okay, for example, in future we are going to embed in Python also the part of the SQL commands. So for that also features are available in your SQL. Then view definition, just now we have discussed that we can define views. Then authorization means we can give access to the different users, we can give different access. Generally we are having three types of access. First is read, second is write, and third is execute. Okay, so if any person has given read access, so only that person can only read the data part, cannot make changes. Then if a person is getting write, write, so in that particular case the person can only write in the database but cannot read or cannot execute. And if the person has got the right of execution, so that person can execute also the information part. Some will be getting all three of them, some will be getting one or two of them. It is up to you that what type of rights you wanted to give. You in the sense means the organization wanted to give. Fine. Okay, then next we are having is integrity. Now see, when we talk about integrity part, we have discussed yesterday referential integrity also. Okay, so integrity checkers are also there in SQL, which is actually checking whether integrity means the if you are going to relate two or more tables, then the information is properly inserted or not will be checked by the SQL. Means we have that facility also. Last is transaction control. Now see, we can make transactions by using MySQL. Okay, transactions are nothing but a set of instructions that we can embed together, or we can collect together, and then we can do transactions. Again, it is not there in our syllabus, but only we have to understand that this is what also we can do. Then very common question is difference between DDL and DML commands. Okay, this is very common question, that what are these, or what is the difference. Okay, it is generally your 2 marks question. Okay, so therefore for DDL you will see that so many things are given over here. Now see, roughly what you have to understand, that for your table and for your database. Whatever commands are available, okay, for defining of your table and for defining of your database, whatever commands are there, all those comes under your data definition language. Okay, then next we are having is classification of SQL statement. Your SQL statements are broadly divided into total 5 categories. Okay, so these categories actually you have to remember. First is your DDL commands, then your DML commands, then your transaction control commands, session control commands, and system control commands. The very first thing is you must know that these all are the commands that we are having in SQL. Practically, we are going to use only first two of them. Okay, these two practically we are going to use. I hope this is clear. All of you are supposed to type present again. Remember, those who has joined later on, you all are supposed to type present. Okay, so DDL command and DML commands we are going to use practically. Okay, now for DDL command. Now here it is given very nicely that what are the commands which comes under your DDL. As I said, create, alter, drop, schema, object. Schema means structure basically. Fine. Now see, from here till here you have to remember the name of the commands. These all commands are your DDL commands. These all commands are your DDL commands. You have to remember these commands. Okay. Then if you wanted to grant or revoke privilege and roles, as I said, already said that we can give rights to the different users. So for that we are using grant command if we wanted to give any right to the user, and if we wanted to take back those commands, in that particular case we are using revoke command. So it is up to you whether you are you wanted to give the rights or you wanted to take back the rights. So for that these two commands are available. Then for maintenance of the table, we have all these commands. We are not going to use these only, but with the names you must know. These two features, second and third, we will be not using practically, but you must know that these features are there in the DDL commands. Okay, then next we are having is DML commands. Now in DML commands, as I said, data manipulation. So inside your table, whatever changes you are doing with the data part comes under your DML command. Okay, commands are, first is insert command, second is update command, third is delete command. You can underline parallelly along with me also, so that when you will be giving differences, then you have to write the name of the command. So that time you can write that these commands are responsible for this, and then select command, log table command. So see, these all are the commands which are under your DML commands. Okay, basically for retrieval of your data information, insertion of information, deletion of information, and modification of information. Then we have TCL commands. Only you have to understand the commands that we use in the transactions. See, practically we are not going to do transactions in MySQL, but roughly you must know that transactions are nothing but the smallest unit of work done. Either they will be done completely or we will not do at all. Okay, so if we have completed any transaction, that time we are using one commit command. Commit means now whatever transaction has been done will be permanent in nature, you cannot undo. Then second one is rollback. Suppose you were doing any transaction and in between there was some failure or there was any technical issue. In that particular case, you can go to rollback. Rollback means you can undo your transaction. Then next is save point. Save point is nothing but again it is a command. We can, suppose if my transaction is little bit big, so in between I can add some save points. If same save points are added, so in case of rollback, it will roll back to, or it will undo to the nearest save point only. And last one is set transaction. If you wanted to start any transaction, we always use this command in the beginning. First we set transaction, then we write all the instructions, then we create save points in between, then if error, then rollback, and if no error, then commit. So this is how we write complete sequence of the TCL commands. I hope up to here it is clear to all of you. Still anyone is having any doubt with this particular chapter? And see, as I said, that this is completely theory based chapter, so you have to simply go through this chapter. Still, if any point is not clear to you, simply let me know. We will repeat those points, and from tomorrow onwards we'll start the next chapter, and then we will be start doing practicals in MySQL. I have shared the link with you in WhatsApp so that you can install MySQL in your system, and we will start doing practicals from like when we will in the coming classes when we will discuss SQL part. Okay, then good day all of you.